Richard, can you hear me? 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's Classic Rocks, Rizzo and Jeff.
You don't have to seek him out. This isn't hide and go seek with Richard.
It is hide and go seek.
This is not hide and go seek with Richard. He is out and about, pal.
Jeff, he's dead.
He's not dead.
He's dead.
No, he's not.
He's
Richard's
as
alive.
dead as a doornail, Jeff.
He is alive and kicking, and he is trolling. He is sassing. He is frassing.
He is not rassing, frassing. You're not Yosemite Sam.
That's it. He is just having a good old time. He's in that bedroom of his in Beverly Hills. He's doing cartwheels, kid.
You think he's making Beverly Hills recordings and putting them out on YouTube?
Right. Look, we can play a little game here, Richard or no Richard. That's up to you. But I'm going to tell you, this is him. And this is now. Look, the audio that you're about to play.
Yep.
Is we're trying to decide, and people are in between on this.
Yes.
Is it Richard or is it artificial intelligence? Now, mind you, this was his YouTube, and I think something hadn't been posted in like a decade on there.
I think it was 11 years.
11 years, okay.
I'm going to pull up his, yes, 11 years, nothing was posted.
So after 11 years, this video just pops up on Richard Simmons' YouTube, which is... It's just a cartoon, a caricature of him with a megaphone. So people are trying to decide, is this him or is it not? I'm of the belief that this is Richard.
You are?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to play it for you. That brings us to today's opening audio.
We couldn't figure out how to start the show, so here we decided to wake you up with opening audio, a way to get your day going, and for Rizzo and Jeff to ease into the day. We're tired just like you on 105.9 The Mountain.
So before the, video in question, the last thing that was released was something called Bow Wow.
Okay.
And it's a picture of him holding puppies. Let me show you this picture.
Okay,
here.
spin that around for me.
Spin that puppy around.
Oh, well, look at man. He looks manly.
Doesn't he look buff?
He looks buff and hunky.
Buff and hunky there. So what's Bow Wow?
For elephants, dogs that go bark, bark, bark. Sit, roll over, our hearts they seize. Our pets just do it with such sweet ease. Pit bulls and beagles make us giggle. Dalmatians and pugs we love to hug. Buy them fancy collars, bows in their hair. We feed them healthy snacks as they sit on their derriere.
Wow.
I got it.
I Love Animals is the song. Okay.
Oh, it says all it says is Bow Wow. I mean,
okay.
I guess he just titled it Bow Wow, but it's I Love Animals. So that's real Richard. That's authentic Richard.
That was 11 years ago.
Yep.
Richard in the latter part of his prime. Yeah.
11 years ago, he was way past it.
No, he was still rolling back then. Yeah.
11 years ago?
10, 11 years ago, I think so. No?
Well, okay. So the last stuff he posted, he tried to get into singing, you know what I mean? Like, it was just kind of, he did Bow Wow. I think he did something called Hairdo as well.
All right. So he was still feeling some of the juice.
Yeah, he was. He was feeling his Richie juice. And then out of nowhere, this drops yesterday, which, again, really bizarre.
Hi, everybody. It's Richard. Happy May 6th, 2024. Thank you so much for reading my messages. Roses are red, violets are blue. Do you know how much I love you? Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.
That is an absolute fallacy, if I've ever heard one.
That's him.
Okay, first off, here's the deal.
I can hear him in like a room. This is not like AI. Like, I can hear him. It's not artificial intelligence.
Jeff, I could make us sound a certain way if like I were to record us. Yes, it's called hallway. As a matter of fact, you know what? I will do the effect I'm telling you right now. You could put somebody in a hallway.
Yeah, but I felt like I heard him rustling. I felt like
you heard rustling?
I heard Richard rustling, yeah.
This is Richard rustling.
No, that's something else. That's
all right.
Yeah.
Now that's really him.
No, that's him waiting for his favorite parade of the summer.
So you don't think it's him, or you do?
I think that other one is him. The recent one that we heard, that other one right there.
What hair?
Yeah.
You know, hair.
Yeah.
Hairdo?
No, that's just right there is glitter shooting out of places that you don't want to know about.
Whether you think your prime was the 70s, 80s, or the 90s, at least you had one. The Rizzo and Jeff Show is still waiting for theirs, and the time's flying by. The Rizzo and Jeff Show on 105.9 The Mountain.
A public service that we must do. We must be your parents here on 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. And quick reminder, a couple things. Your first shot at $1,000 coming up at 8 o'clock at the Allen's Jewelry and Pawn Classic Cash Contest. We also have a tickets to Trial by Fire tribute to Journey Band, and I want to wish a happy birthday to Tim Russert.
Okay.
Tim Russert died in 2008, the age of 58. But happy birthday, Tim.
Yeah. Here's to you, Tim. Happy birthday. Hope things are working out. I don't know. What do I say?
Wish him happy birthday so we can move the frig on, man.
Right. Well, I gotta tell you, I didn't spend a lot of time watching Meet the Press, so okay.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's do Russert service. I'm sure he's been on an airplane.
No, and I'm sure the situation happened to Tim Russert from Meet the Press. What a name out of the blue, but go ahead.
Anyway, so, all right. There was an article that we came across. It's about how to use the bathroom properly, and it actually in an airplane. It actually begins with saying, "I swear I'm not trying to be crass. I'm the last person who wants to discuss this, but it's not uncommon to find that aircraft lavatories are not the most clean. In case of a flight I was just on, I was waiting to use the lavatory after the person came out. I walked in. I was horrified at what I saw. So I decided to, in this post, talk about how we should treat airplane lavatories, how to go number 2 on there with dignity, and what the bottom line is. He wants to teach you because it's something that he thinks people lack, that knowledge.
All right. Listen, if I got to go, I really don't put too much thought through the airplane bathroom situation. It's already brutal as it is, right? So when and you know what, it's always when you really have to go that everybody else is like lining up, and every time you peek your head down the aisle, somebody's in line, and you got to wait. Then the next person's in line, and you got to wait. And you're like, come on, So
the going number 2 with dignity, I think it's important. I think we don't do it dignified enough. And I think that, that's what we're here to do. Add a little dignity to your airplane lavatory. I mean, they're adding airlines to the airport here. Tons of them. Flights, a whole new wing.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty nice, the airport here.
The first tip they say is to time your lavatory visit. Okay, so if you're going to, take a while, strategize. Don't go right after takeoff or right around meal service and or snacks. Or right before landing. You need to really go about 17 to 25 minutes after reaching peak altitude.
All right, so you get up to wherever they're going to have you flying at, and then once you're up there, you give it a little bit, and then you kind of survey the scene.
And
then you go, all right, this is, I'm pinching here.
Yeah,
right?
You're pinching.
Right.
So speaking of pinching and surveying the scene, for your own convenience, use the best available bathroom. That includes, and this is actually something I didn't know, you are allowed to use the first class facilities. Sure. It is not against the law.
No. Mm-mm.
So if that's the best lavatory, go for it.
See, but do you want to go, if you're gonna go a number 2 on the airplane, do you want to be up by the pilot and doing that scenario? I mean, if it doesn't work out in your favor.
South,
oh yeah, and it could.
That's what this whole article's about.
Yeah, so you're up there in the front. I'd rather taunt the people in the back.
Okay, so you'd rather torture the people in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, how about this? This is how to do a little bit of minimalizing of the smell. They say make sure that you flush multiple times throughout your airplane go. And in worst case scenarios, if you have some perfume or cologne with you in your carry-on bag, always make sure to bring it. Maybe consider a small purchase at the airport.
See, now that's a quality call. That is not a call that I have ever thought of. This is the first time that I'm hearing that. So you bring just in case. That is something that you prepare for. That's a good idea.
Right.
I like that idea.
So, bottom line here is, airplane lavatories have to be one of the less pleasant aspects of flying, but, we can all work together to make it better.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. I like that, the second part of the idea there. But I feel that you're in such a trapped situation that if it's just going to go, you have to develop this mentality of no shame. It's got to be a no shame mentality. You know what's going to happen. You know what it's going to be. And if you're in that, that bit of a pickle, then you go for it and call it a day.
So you go for it, you call it a day, you don't care. So you're basically saying you're the Tim Russert of bathrooms. You just go, you do it, dirty dog, and you just say forget everybody on the plane.
Yeah. I don't know too much about Russert's bathroom habits, but I could tell you, I don't care.
Okay.
All right?
The Rizzo and Jeff Show is Asheville's newest morning show. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on 105.9 The Mountain. 105.9 The Mountain wants to know, what would you say if you won $1,000?
Wow, thank you.
That's awesome.
Fabulous. No way. Yay.
It's the Allen's Jewelry and Pawn Classic Cash Contest.
That is amazing.
You could be one word away from a chance to win $1,000.
You can't win if you don't enter.
Weekdays in the 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. hours on 105.
ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
From deep in the middle of the mountains to downtown Asheville and everywhere in between, the Rizzo and Jeff Show is there for you. Just don't ask us to borrow money, please. The Rizzo and Jeff Show on 105.9 The...
Do you like a good dill in your cola? Maybe your Dr. Pepper? It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock station, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Jeff, how do you feel about dills in your soda, huh?
No. I think there's combinations of things that you don't put together. Pickles are a standalone.
In what regard? You don't like them on a burger or chicken Sammy or?
Yeah, I guess it's all depending, but I think mixing them with liquids is probably something that I wouldn't do. Pickle juice, in a sense, like I said, is like, I could drink pickle juice alone.
Me too. I love the brine.
Right. So I could do that. But if I start mixing it with sweets and all kinds of stuff, no. I think that combo, that's what I mean. I think that combo is no good.
Well, there is a woman who's gone viral because this woman, I guess, orders Dr. Pepper with pickles. Now, I have the audio here. Curious as to, and this is, I think, the most stunning part of all of this, Jeff. This woman who is taking the order has no reaction, right? And so this woman is convinced that this is a common order, so she put it online. She says, and she's got thousands of responses, that thousands of people do this. So my question is...
Really?
My question is this. And again, 828-240-1059. I got tickets to Trial by Fire, Journey, Tribute to Journey. All right? I would just like somebody to give me a weird food combination that they like. And can you top this one?
Do y'all like pickles? Do y'all like Dr. Pepper? Well, come on with me, Ma, because me, Ma, finna show you something.
This is Squatter Man. Take your order, please.
Yes, ma'am. I need to get a large Dr. Pepper with pickles.
All right, we got a large Dr. Pepper with pickles. And you're going to see the cherries up there, ma'am. And that's going to be your pickles, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am, and you have a great day today. We have a total of 362.
And don't knock it till you try it. There's a lot of people that do drink this. Did you hear her the way she took my order? I'm not the only person that's ever ordered this, babe.
It is interesting that she said, okay, and in lieu of cherries, the pickles will be at the top. This apparently is a very common concoction.
That's disgusting.
I don't think it's disgusting.
Yeah,
I don't. 105.9 The Mountain. Hello, good morning.
What's going on, guys?
What's
How you
up?
doing, bud?
Peanut butter and pickles.
Okay, so what is it about the pickle? Because this woman mixes pickles with Dr. Pepper. Would you try that?
I wouldn't try that, no, but I love peanut butter with pickles. I like a peanut butter and pickle sandwich.
See, that sounds like something you would want when you're pregnant. You know?
Well, let me ask you, what is it? Is it the like, because peanut butter, it's that, is it, do you eat creamy or crunchy?
Either way, I like crunchy too.
Okay, so you go crunchy. So you like a crunch and then another crunch.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hang on. Don't. Go ahead. What's that?
No, that was us in the background.
That was us in the background. Hang on for 1 second. I appreciate your call. So apparently, peanut butter and pickles. I can't get by. I can't.
It's hard to knock things until you try them. But in my head, I try to put the flavors together and make the combination in my head. That's like a double kind of salty, tangy thing that he's got going on the phone there.
I mean, you can attest to this. I put yellow mustard on everything.
I know.
Pizza.
You do.
I put yellow mustard. You name it, I'll yellow mustard it. I'll put yellow mustard on a finger.
Yeah, and that's something that we haven't discussed. Your love of the yellow mustard. It's French. No. It's French's or bust. Right?
That's it. There's only one mustard.
Yeah,
there's only one mustard. Yeah. It's French's. But yeah, what is your weird food combination? If you haven't heard, this lady ordered a Dr. Pepper here.
Do y'all like pickles? Do y'all like Dr. Pepper? Well, come on with me, Ma, because me, Ma, finna show you something.
All right, pickles and Dr. Pepper. Ugh. I gotta tell you. Throw a little yellow mustard on Daddy's in.
Yeah.
The opinions, thoughts, and words expressed here and until 10 a.m. are not those of anyone else here at 105.9 The Mountain or at 828 News Now. So don't punish us.
Green beans and mayo. All right, 828-240-1059 is what came in. One of the things that came into the text line here for weird food combinations. Jeff, it all started because a woman orders her Dr. Pepper with pickles.
Yeah, she likes it with pickles. She says, "Don't knock it till you try it," and I get that. Don't knock it till you try it. But there's just some things that I think just don't go well together. Well, and green beans and mayo, I think, could be one of those. By the way,
then we had somebody call and say pickles and peanut butter sandwich. Then we had this lady who keeps and Rita. If you could get through, God bless you, dear. We'll give you all the tickets in the world. Who do we got here on the phone? Hello.
This is Tim.
What do you got, Tim?
Well, summer's coming and y'all need to try this.
Okay.
It's a southern thing. Well, don't know that, but my mom made me once, us kids, fruit cocktail jello and cut up them little gherkin, sweet pickles in the cocktail jello and fed it to us.
Gherkin jello?
Gherkin in the jello. Okay. All right.
Wow. All right. Hold on for a second there, Timothy. Give me a second. You know what? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a little something. You want a little behind-the-scenes radio?
You are obsessed with having... Okay. It's like ruining your morning to not have Rita on.
There is Rita. At least somebody whose name comes up on the caller ID is Rita. And poor Rita has been trying to get through this phone for the past 18 minutes.
But her phone keeps cutting out.
So maybe Rita lives in Montreat or something.
And I think that you think that I'm like playing a trick on you here, and I'm not.
Are you being a silly?
And you want to have Rita on so bad, it's like throwing off your morning because you want to have 90,000 callers on in the 6 hour.
It's not about that.
But we just want Rita. And Rita's trying so hard to get through, but she's calling from out of wherever she's at.
I want Tim Tim. That was a great call. As a matter of fact, you know what? I want him to elaborate on this gel. Gel. Tim, I'm sorry to bring you real quick. Tim, can you elaborate a little bit on this gel? So you make Jello and put gherkins in? Are you talking those little gherkin things?
They're sweet, the gherkins.
No, you got to make sure they make the spicy little sweet gherkins. They have to be spicy, sweet little gherkins.
Oh, spicy sweet gherkins. What kind of Jello? Is there any particular flavor that you?
Cocktail Jello, lemon,
Right.
Okay, all right. Now, Tim, hang on again. Let's see if we can do this. Is it possible? Do we have Rita? Rita! No. Rita! We had Rita. Rita. What are you doing to us, Rita? I am going to give you 20 more seconds, Rita, and then we have to take a break and get to more music.
Right.
All right.
You're so thrown off before even 7 o'clock, all because of Rita.
Because you know why? I know that Rita has a voice.
Okay.
Rita clearly has something to say.
Rita.
So I'm giving Rita
it's like
15 more seconds.
Here she comes again.
Is this Rita?
It's Rita again.
Rita, is it Rita? Hello, Rita.
Hello.
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm good now that I finally got to go get through.
Yes.
What's wrong, Rita?
What's
happening with your phone?
My phone is a piece of crap.
Okay, all right.
All right, Rita. So please, the floor is yours. Take as much time as you need. What do you got?
Lemon juice and peanut butter sandwiches.
Lemon juice? Is that what you said? Lemon juice and peanut butter?
Yes.
So
when I was pregnant, all 3 times I craved it. Literally craved it.
Wow.
And now I still eat it.
So what is it about it? I mean, so you make a peanut butter sandwich, right? And then you literally, you just squirt the lemon juice on it, and then you just, what's the flavor? Is it like peanut buttery and sour?
Yeah, it's the sweetness and the tartness of it, and it is amazing. As weird as it is, it's amazing.
As weird as it is, do you use Jif peanut butter? You Skippy gal? What kind of peanut butter are you using over there, Rita?
No, Peter Pan Crunchy.
Oh, Peter Pan Crunchy.
The Pan Crunch.
The Pan Crunch. Do me a favor. Hang on, Rita.
Yes.
We are going to give you some tickets just because of your effort. I'm telling you, Rita. Hang on for just 1 second there. We're going to be right back. She did it, Jeff. Rita made it through. Oh, my God. I'm so glad we waited.
Yes.
Rocking the mountains for over 15 years. This is WTMT and WTMT HD1 Weaverville. Waynesville. Classic Rock. 105.9 The Mountain.
Like Morley Safer, you wait for the Jeff News Network here on 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock. Morley, what do we got coming up on the JNA?
Yeah. Well, we got a new Chick-fil-A in town. I enjoy some Chick-fil-A. I'll talk about that. And I'll let you know where that's at and when it's opening, by the way. Kids, why are we playing a game called Senior Assassin?
Oh boy! No,
not good. Not what you think it is. We're gonna talk about that coming up, and we got a couple of ladies not happy about the Tom Brady Netflix roast. Talking about Giselle and Aaron Hernandez's ex-fiancé. So we'll talk about what they had to say as well. Okay.
Oh, what a bummer!
Yeah.
It's time for the JNN, the Jeff News Network, with all the news, important information, and local things that you want to know. It won't be here, but hey, they try, so here's the JNN on 105.9 The Mountain now.
The Jeff News Network brought to you by our good friends at Train Heating and Cooling. Their systems are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it's hard to stop a train.
More chicken sandwiches, waffle fries, some of that sweet tea to get into that yap of yours as a new Chick-fil-A has announced the opening day of its newest restaurant. That's going to be May 9th at on Brevard Road, 970 Brevard Road.
Okay.
And it was a part of, we didn't have too many of these where we were from, but I know of these on the site of the old defunct Ryan's Buffet. Which and I miss a good old American buffet restaurant. I really, really do.
Do you miss a good old booth?
I do. I enjoy the Chick-fil-A. There's nothing wrong with that. It's it's going to be one of the new puppies. Double drive-throughs, that whole deal, the expanded parking lot. You're getting the whole thing. It all kicks off 6:30 Friday morning, or what is it, the 9th? 2 days from now.
Yeah,
whatever. What's today? Thursday morning. So yeah. But when I saw the Ryan's Buffet thing, I said to myself, man, just a good old American buffet. You know,
when you say American, so like you're not talking about a good because we had a good Chinese booth situation.
We did.
You know what I mean? It was good. It was nice.
They're hard to come by, and I've seen people ask in like Asheville foodies, "Hey, good, Chinese buffet." They're always hard to come by. They really are.
They are. They really are.
Yeah.
So they're taking the booth. They're putting the Chick-fil-A, and you're all for it. You don't have any.
What?
You'd rather have like
no. Well, look, I'd rather you just slopping pounds of mac and cheese and fried chicken onto a plate and things like that at a buffet.
That's true.
Chick-fil-A is great, but I want to
like slop. You want to slop
me,
slop and plop.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
The most trusted source for useless information.
Who is your source? I need to know your source.
The JNN Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
All right, so we need to be very careful here, kids. Playing a game called Senior Assassin.
Oh, doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good.
So what the game is, and it's not what you think. It's not like we're
killing seniors.
Seeking out senior citizens to wipe them out. Right. That's not the case. It's seniors in high school, and it's like a variation of like a game of tag in a sense. But you just run up to people, you seek out other ones, and you run up to them, you surprise them, and then you target them and you shoot them with water guns. Okay.
Oh, I like this.
Here's the problem: if we're at night and it's supposed to be really conducted, in the dark. So if it's the middle of the night and you're running up to somebody's house with a water gun that looks like a pistol, what do you think bad could go wrong in that situation?
Oh, you get shot.
It's right.
Especially, if you're running around in certain areas, you know what I mean? They carry and they'll
and
like my property.
Yeah.
But can I ask you something though, Jeff? Are they carrying around water pistols that are supposed to look like guns, or are they carrying around a super soaker?
Well, look, we're high school kids. Super soakers can get pricey. I could roll to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and I could snag a water gun there.
Yeah.
So if it looks like a gun, something bad could happen here. So, when we were kids, we didn't play games like Senior Assassin.
No. You know what I did? We did the stink bomb. That was like our senior prank. We took those. There were these little glass bottles. I don't know if you guys remember them. You could buy them at like the 5 and 10 store, the nickel and dime store, and they were little glass, and you smash them, and it stunk to high heavens.
Right. Okay.
Or how about this? You release 3 pigs, and you label them 1, 2, and 4, and they spend the whole day looking for pig 3. But pig 3, he doesn't exist.
Pig 3 never existed.
How about that hijinks?
Now, I like that hijinks. But then at some point, you'd have to kidnap pigs, so,
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, I'm moving on.
From Asheville to, that's pretty much all they can handle right now. It's time for the least trusted news network in town. But they are new. The Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So it was talked about all day yesterday, and watched over and over again the Netflix roast of Tom Brady.
Yeah, we did a whole break about it.
We did, and some of the lines were rough, depending on the scenario. But
there's one about hanging Aaron Hernandez,
right? But we have to keep in mind that this is comedy a little bit, but. Yeah. So two ladies that weren't very happy with it, and as you referenced there, Aaron Hernandez's fiancé, China Jenkins, thinks that it went too far. And it's sad that she's trying to raise her children in a cruel world. Well,
your dad's a murderer!
Can we keep in mind that your fiancé could have cared less that the guy that he killed for no reason whatsoever had a child as well? So, yes, it's a cruel world for that kid as well. So guess what? If there's a little hanging joke happening there, then that's the joke that's going to happen.
He also killed, he killed Odin Lloyd. He killed 2 people in Boston because they spilled a drink on him, and he shot somebody and killed them when he was at University of East Kilda. He was a serial killer.
I know.
All right, I'm sorry the world's tough, Shayana.
And you know what? And he actually did her a favor by, taking himself out because she gets the money.
He vacated the conviction because he was dead. Therefore, she got the $40 million.
She got the $40 million.
Right. And who else was upset?
And Giselle, Tom's ex, was deeply disappointed and feels disrespected by some of the lines that were delivered. She was left in quotes fuming at the special, saying, like I said, she was deeply disappointed by the portrayal of her family that all went down there. So,
are we talking about the same woman who publicly said that Tom Brady was vanilla in the bedroom and she needed it more loving?
Yeah, which is fine, and things don't work out.
Well, so you can't take a joke, Giselle? You say that Tom's a vanilla Van Morrison in the bedroom, and you're upset about a joke?
You deliver the fact that he's a real saltine cracker when it comes to getting it on, and you get upset about it. Loosen up a little bit, honey.
Yeah, okay? Loosen it up. All right, see ya.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show has been out everywhere, trying food, going to breweries, concerts, and having fun. And they make us sit here in the same spot every morning. So we'll do our best. Hey, we'd rather be at Papa's and Beer, too. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show next on 105.9 The Mountain.
We were just talking about you, Johnny. It's Rizzo and Jeff here on 105.9 The Mountain. How can we help you?
Well, you know, y'all were talking about how you missed the old buffet, you know.
Yeah.
Over there. Yeah. Like Ryan's buffet and Shoney's buffet and all that.
Oh, I love the Shoney's.
So just to give y'all a thought of the day, okay? Just remember this. And you remember those, like, fountains like they have, like chocolate fountains that come down and stuff. You go there and you get...
the fondue and chocolate. Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the fondant? Okay, so you get the fondant.
Fondant's a little different. But...
Fondant, yeah. So just remember when you're over there, you know, checking it out, and you look down, and all of a sudden you see stuff floating around at the bottom of the fondant. Just remember, people have mustaches, and actually, you know, the kids do have, you know, stuff going on in the nose area. So... Just remember that, you know, when things are kind of floating around on the bottom there. Wow. I used to do the buffet, but when I had that explosion with the white jeans, I kind of gave it up. So,
you had a white jeans explosion?
Why you wearing white jeans?
Oh, boy. When were you wearing white jeans, Johnny? Was this like recently, or was this in like the 90s or 80s or something?
Well, I had one back in the 90s, but I bought another pair, and I've got some Levi's white jeans right now, okay? So, yeah, I bought me a pair to wear to the company Christmas party. Yep.
Wow. So, well, I'll tell you, you know what's funny? I'll tell you what. Can you hear this?
Oh, yeah, I can hear it.
You hear that? Do you hear those bells? Right there. You hear that?
They're hell's bells. All right.
Hell's bells,
all right, Johnny, for you this morning, okay?
We were just talking about playing this for you, all right?
All right.
Hey, y'all have a good day now. Keep in the road.
Oh, you know, buddy. Have a good one. All right, coming up, we're going to be talking about Tom Selleck. May got a taste of his own medicine, Jeff.
Yeah, you know, you try to peddle reverse mortgages on to folks, okay, and act like, oh, everything's A-okay. Well, guess what, Selleck? Karma's something. You know what it is. Right?
I got a little Selleck mashup coming your way, and remember, watch out for mustache hairs and the chocolate and the fondant.
Yeah, well.
$1,000 coming your way in about 43 and a half minutes, give or take. Don't hold me to it.
Yeah, give or take that one, okay?
Allen's Jewelry and Pawn Classic Cash Contest. But first word between 8 and 8:15. 1059themountain.com to enter that word. Talking Selleck next. Here's AC/DC for Johnny. Well, not all of us have to fear the Reaper, but Tom Selleck does. Maybe he needs a little more cowbell in his life. It's 1059 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. And what goes around comes around. It's Rizzo and Jeff. And I'm using the word oft to sound smart. We oft talk about Tom Selleck and his reverse mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
scammery.
Sometimes we will delve into his mustache, but the scammery, as you called it, of the reverse mortgage that he goes on TV and he talks so confidently about seems to be something that could be falling right in his lap at the moment, huh?
Well, here's the thing. He's no Jeff. He's no Springlemeyer. He's no Morley Safer. Even rest in peace. It's his birthday today. Tim Russert. But, you know, a newscaster nonetheless. Nora O'Donnell. She interviewed Tom Selleck. Said, Selleck, baby, daddy, what are you doing?
Yeah. That how she said it?
What are you doing, Daddy?
Yeah.
What are you doing when you're at home, right?
Yeah.
This is what he said.
These days, he spends most of his non-working time on his ranch, and it's not hard to see why.
Hopefully I'll keep working enough to hold on to the place.
Seriously, that's an issue? If you stopped working?
It's always an issue. If I stop working, yeah. Am I set for life? Yeah, but maybe not on a 63-acre ranch.
So did you hear that? I'll play that one more time. That just what after she said, Daddy, tell me what your living sitch is.
Hopefully I'll keep working enough to hold on to the place.
Seriously, that's an issue? If you stopped
It's
working?
always an issue. If I stop working, yeah. Am I set for life? Yeah, but maybe not on a 63-acre ranch.
Oh, wow. Wow.
My, how the tides have turned, Sir Selleck.
Yeah, well, it seems, and a storied career. What has happened? Either you were involved to begin with a reverse mortgage, and it didn't work out in your favor, or you're going to need a reverse mortgage.
Well, I thought about it. I was like, how can we help Thomas Selleck? And I thought to myself, gosh, we could start a GoFundMe, right? We could do that.
Yeah.
We could, maybe try to petition so that he could stay in his home, his, 63-acre winery, 68-acre home.
Yeah.
But then I thought, wait a minute, the answer lies with Tom Selleck himself.
Look, this isn't my first rodeo. And let me tell you something. I wouldn't be here if I thought reverse mortgages took advantage of any American senior.
Okay.
Or worse, that it was some way to take your home.
Oh.
It's just a loan designed for older homeowners, and it's helped over 1 million Americans. A reverse mortgage loan isn't some kind of trick to take your home. It's a loan, like any other. Big difference is how you pay it back. With a reverse mortgage, you can pay whatever you can when it works for you. Or you can wait and pay it off in one lump sum when you leave your home.
When you die.
Look, reverse mortgages aren't for everyone. But I think I've been around long enough to know what's what. I'm proud to be a part of AAG.
Well,
I'll tell you what's what.
Yeah, what's what? Tell him.
They're coming to take your ranch, cowboy.
That's right, cowboy.
Whether you think your prime was the 70s, 80s, or the 90s, at least you had one. The Rizzo and Jeff Show is still waiting for theirs, and the time's flying by. The Rizzo and Jeff Show.
We have issues with people in public service, and I didn't know that, and I'm sure there are a lot of hardworking people in public service, but I'm talking about maybe at water departments or, I don't know, Department of Wildlife. I mean, there seems to really be an issue with, some public service officials, especially out, I'll use the word from Johnny, out yonder, out west.
Yeah, out west, they seem to really take more time on trying to be silly instead of kind of just working on their jobs.
Well, we're going to talk about two kinds of public servants. We're going to talk about the Splash Boys, and then we're going to talk about the Utah Department of Wildlife. First, let's start with the Splash Boys. The Splash Boys have been saying, we're going through a drought here in Colorado. And, we don't know how to get people's attention. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend about $30,000 to make a music video, buy costumes, put a beard on a lady.
Yeah, I mean, $30,000. Imagine if your local water department did this and they were worried about a drought here and they said, you know what, to get the point across, $30K to make a music video that in the hopes would go, I guess, viral, or you'd pay attention to it. Is that the plan here?
Well, it certainly seems to be, because it has gone viral. A lot of you, maybe your kids or your grandkids, they grew up during the era of the boy band. Well, the water department thought it'd be interesting to, recreate about water conservation. The Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way.
Okay.
But they're called the SplashStreet Boys.
The SplashStreet Boys. So they got creative here with this.
They did. And here's their tips for conserving water in the summertime.
Oh.
So stop wasting water, start doing your part. The future is in your hands. Save water, I say.
Okay.
It's hotter, so dry. What's Colorado's more climate-friendly landscape?
Okay.
They're singing about saving water in the Colorado landscape.
Okay.
That would be the SplashStreet Boys.
SplashStreet Boys. Okay, that's good. $30,000 down the
$30,000
drain for that community. Well done. Okay.
Well, listen, how about this? Maybe we'd save a little bit of water if the whole video wasn't them in sprinklers.
Right. Which
You know what I'm saying?
Which they forgot to mention.
They forgot to mention.
Right.
The other one is the Department of Wildlife in Utah, where they're mimicking cicada sex.
Oh, cicada sex. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what they do is they literally dress up as cicadas, but they're people, and they're doing a farcical mime. Ready for this farcical mime?
Oh, so we're miming about cicadas.
We're
All right.
miming cicadas with narration from the director of wildlife in Utah.
God, it just keeps getting better.
After about a week after they emerge, the males will go all up to the tops of the trees and start singing to attract mates. And when they do this,
Now hang on. It is at this point the mime is now has wings on, and he's banging bongo drums.
Okay. Because that's what happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
After about a week after they...
Sorry, right.
And when they do this, the females will start to fly around them, and if they want to show that a male is worthy of her, she will flick her wings at him, and they will mate.
Say, girl, if I was a fruit fly, I'd land on you first because you're so sweet.
Okay. I get that there's not a lot happening in Utah.
I'm sure.
I get that people smoke a lot of weed in Colorado.
Yeah, the bars close at like 11 p.m. in Utah.
Yeah, you know what? I get it.
Yeah.
I understand that you gotta find something to do with your time, but please, between the SplashStreet Boys and miming cicada sex, can we please get it together at the departments that we are paying here for?
Come on. What do you got up your sleeves there, Mannheimer? You going to give us a video for something? What do you want?
You know what? What would a Mannheimer? Because
wasn't she worried about the plastic bags?
She was.
Is that her thing?
I could imagine. Do you remember the movie American Beauty?
Yes.
Go with me here.
Okay.
Mannheimer walking down the street with a beanie on, like one of those beanie hats, right? And then you know how he gives a speech about the beautiful bags?
Uh-huh.
She gives the speech about how beautiful the bag is, how it floats and stuff. But then she says, but it's even more beautiful to recycle.
Yeah. I'm just keep my thoughts to myself.
More Rizzo and Jeff coming up after a quick break on Asheville's classic rock station, 105.9 The Mountain.
Grandma Emma, where you been?
Yeah.
My phone's been messed up. Anyway, I have a complaint and a compliment for you guys.
Oh, complaint and compliment. Go ahead.
Okay. My complaint is, how can you play Old Dan Tucker in Countdown races, and I can't get no Meatloaf? That's my...
Listen. I have been working behind the scenes for Meatloaf, and I'm about to, I'm about to lose it. I'm trying for you, Emma. I promise you. I promise.
And my compliment for you guys, my teenage grandsons ride with me every morning. Their mother took them to school one morning, and the 13-year-old, she plays her fancy stuff, her serious and all that stuff. And he looks at her and he says, can you put on Jeff and Rizzo? And she didn't know what the heck he was talking about. So And yeah, but he loves listening to you guys.
Look at that. Look at us.
Old.
Look at us. Influencing the youth of America one at a time.
Wow. By talking Tom Selleck, reverse mortgages, goo, and
my God.
And you know, public service and the water boys or whatever, the SplashStreet Boys, right?
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
What?
We were not really allowed to say this word in my household, but that's really stupid. And I want to know where there's billions of cicadas look like biblical proportions supposed to be, you know.
You know where?
The first cicada.
Listen. Go to the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook. Look at where I live. It's insane.
Really?
It's so loud. It's like a fire alarm constantly.
Oh, my God.
So, you know, I want to ask you one thing, because coming up is listener court in a few minutes. Listen, do you go to the bathroom with the door open with your significant other?
Well, I don't have a significant other. I live by myself. But
when you did.
Well, not really. It's according to which husband it was. I've had 5. So,
oh boy!
You know, it's according to which. Now I go to the bathroom in everybody's house with the door open.
Oh, wow! Let's hang out, huh?
All right, Emma. Thank you, and we missed you. Make sure you start calling again and tell your family thank you for promoting the Rizzo and Jeff Show.
Sounds great, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, take it easy. Listener court up next, right here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock.
Rizzo and Jeff have a problem they need help with, and you decide the outcome. Sort of like when you were caught speeding on 26, but you know it wasn't your fault. Kind of like that, except one of them is really in the wrong. Listener court is next. It's time for listener court. Kind of like Kramer and Kramer, but not as good, or educated, or without real lawyers. Okay, it's just Rizzo and Jeff, and they're kind of upset about something and need your help. Listener Court begins now. Court is in session on 105.9 The Mountain.
I already have one person on my side. Grandma Emma agrees. Is it okay to go to the bathroom with your significant other? Okay, well, like 73% of Americans think it's just fine.
So leaving the door open is what you're...
Leaving the door open when you are in the privacy of your home. It is your home. It is your castle. I believe that as the king or queen of your castle, that is your domain. And you know what? Yes. If you have 20 people over, close the door. But if it's you and your significant other, just like Grandma Emma said, you know, she was married 5 times, you know, leave the door open. Why not? It's not like they haven't seen anything. It's not like somebody's sitting there watching you. But you know, what if you're in the middle of a conversation? I know I was actually in the middle of this conversation probably 2 or 3 days ago. It's interesting that we're talking about this with baby hands because, you know, she's like, why do you always leave the door open when you go to the bathroom? And I said, because I would like to have a conversation with you. Our time is so different. You know, where I get up early, you know, and you get up later, our days are different, so I don't get that much time to talk to you. So a bathroom break for me, that could be minus 10 minutes of conversation and me and you time. So I think it is absolutely okay and 100% appropriate to go to the bathroom with the door open in your own home. Not okay at someone else's home, but if it's your home, your castle, you're the king, you're the queen. You open that door, you go to the bathroom. I think it shows an intimateness. I think it shows closeness. And I also think that, do you really have privacy when you live in a home like that? When you live in a home and you have kids and you have a wife or you have a husband, you know, do you have privacy? So I think people are blowing this up, making this way too big of a deal. This is going viral online. People freaking out about it. What do you think? I got to be honest with you, it's not that big of a deal. You open a door, you go to the bathroom, and I got to tell you, it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's where I stand.
Okay, well, so, I wonder how many people agree with you that it's okay to leave the door open while you sit on the toilet. All right. Okay.
I know you fundamentally disagree. Right. We'll get to your side. All right.
Rizzo and Jeff have a problem they need help with, and you decide the outcome. Sort of like when you were caught speeding on 26, but you know it wasn't your fault. Kind of like that, except one of them is really in the wrong. Okay, it's just Rizzo and Jeff, and they're kind of upset about something and need your help. Listener Court begins now. Court is in session on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, so Rizzo and myself, Jeff here, fundamentally disagree on something, and that has to do with going to the bathroom with the door open at your home. When your significant other is there, and you decide that you're going to take a squat on the toilet, okay, and you leave the bathroom door open so things can permeate through the entire house. Now, look, I don't want to just offend anybody, all right? But I find it kind of piggish to do something of that nature, okay? At some point, we have to have just a couple of minutes to ourselves, some privacy, all right? And those couple of minutes, sometimes when we sit down, we wake up, we sit down in there just to get away just for a little bit and use the bathroom, to leave the door open. Rizzo thought that it would help with the intimacy. I think that it shuns away from the intimacy. Now, when we go to sit down on the toilet, look, no pun intended, it's a crapshoot here how things could go, okay? So it could just be something simple, and you're about your business and you go. You could hit it with a courtesy flush and you're gone. Or it could be a bad scenario where things could turn pretty awful and, things could, you understand what I'm saying, stink up the joint. Now, is that okay? Is your significant other into that type of thing? Maybe. Hey, if you're into that kind of freak thing, don't act like I haven't seen it, all right? I used to work in an adult video store. I've seen a lot of different things in my life. But I believe that at some point, all right, and, there's people that are going to say, time with others and things of that nature. We're allowed to have some of our own little intimate private times. Can the bathroom be just one of those? So are you telling me that people listening legitimately go to the bathroom with the door open at home with their significant others? I can't believe that is the case. I do not think that is a high percentage of people. I think it is a bigger percentage of people that would find that to be a little gross. Wow. Sorry.
828-240-1059. Do you love your partner? Do you believe in intimacy? Or are you like Jeff?
Yeah. Why don't you go in there and help him clean up while you're at it, okay?
Okay, you've heard both sides. It's time to pass your ruling. So put on your best Judge Judy or Night Court hat and call now. 828-240-1059. One of these guys is going home unhappy. The ruling is next on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock station. All right, what do you got here? Going into the bathroom with the door open.
It's a private life. Everybody's good. I've been married 26 years, brother. We don't even have a bathroom door in my house.
That's right.
You have no bathroom doors in your house, so it doesn't matter what the scenario is, what the situation. If you're sitting, you're going?
That's right, buddy.
And what does your wife think about it?
My wife's the same way. She ain't having it. We don't have anything between us, brother.
That's right. That's obvious.
Door.
Well, listen, there's nothing wrong. You're close. It's 26 years. You've seen everything on each other. It's an intimate thing. I think it's actually it connects you. Don't you think so?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What a turn on.
I like that.
All right.
Leave it open. Like he says, man, that's time you lose with family. You don't ever get time back, buddy.
Okay. You don't get it back.
Well,
you do not get
minutes.
that family time back. Thank you. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate your call this morning, okay?
Yes, sir. I'm glad y'all folks in the area, man. Glad to have a nice new show going on here.
Thank you.
Appreciate
you,
man.
Much. You have a good day. And there it is, the first vote for Rizzo. Actually, the second. Grandma Emma says she's for it, too.
We're penciling her in from earlier.
Well, listen, family time, Jeff.
All right.
Let's keep it going. Hello, what do you think here, huh?
Well, obviously you go to the bathroom with the door open.
Now, thank you. You must be a married lady, huh?
I am, and a mother, so yeah. I guess the only time I really shut the door is when the animals are bothering me.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Right. So you obviously believe that, you're the queen of your castle, correct?
Of course. And they make items. If you're really concerned about the smell, you can drop some poopery or something into the toilet. You can spray a little squirt. There's things to cover it up. But why would I exile myself from the whole family and the happenings of the day?
I agree. That's what it is.
Listen, I think a hole outside is okay, too, though. If you need your privacy, go to your hole.
That's
okay,
right. That's it.
Right.
Hey, listen, thank you so much for your call. All right, what do you think here?
Hey, yeah, I was listening. I had to pull off the road just to talk to you about, using the restroom.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, okay. Well, I always heard the honeymoon's over when your wife comes in there and takes a crap while you're in the shower.
Okay, so does that mean the honeymoon's over? Are you okay if she comes in and takes a crap or what?
Over because they're craps while you're in the shower. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Oh
I might do it on her one day.
Yeah.
That's something pretty neat.
You know what?
Yeah.
So that's a no from you. Yeah, you don't like it.
Well, hell, I don't care. I'll leave a door open.
Wow. Okay. Well, Jeff, I have to say that I have won listener court every single week. A clean sweep this week. Pretty excited about that. Everyone goes to the bathroom with a door open in their house.
You slobs.
More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show coming up next. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. I win again, baby!
Okay, it's clear they learned nothing. So we'll have to do this again next week. Another edition of Listener Court next Tuesday at 8 a.m. Or you can pick up anywhere you left off, anywhere podcasts are found, by searching Rizzo and Jeff in the Morning.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. I would just like to state for the record that I am an undefeated 3-0 in a listener court.
Yeah, that does sting a little bit. It doesn't seem that, I don't know, people just want to ride with me as much as they ride with you.
You don't think you got your ride or dies out there today?
No, it doesn't seem like that.
Where is your elder community when you need them? That's the question I have.
Yeah,
where are they?
They get going at about 4:30 in the morning. Okay. So by about 8:15 and some change, the errands are being run.
The errands are being, so they're not there to call.
That is correct, yeah.
All right, so that's what you believe it is. Well, listen, I wanted to talk about before, because we have the JNN coming up in the 9 o'clock hour here, things that we used to do that are foreign to people now. And some of these things I even used to do, and some of these things I've never even heard of, and I'm curious as to if you have heard of them as well.
Okay.
Now, I don't think you and I are old enough for the milkman, right?
No, I do not remember the milkman. I don't remember, all those stories about mamas with the milkman. You've heard all those kind of things.
Mamas with the milkman?
Yeah,
that's a story?
Everybody used to make that joke, stay-at-home moms, and then is it possible,
that the milkman?
The milkman. Milk mama.
I gotta be honest with you. You know what? That might have been like the Amazon sexy UPS driver guy, like the milkman. He's got his milkman outfit, and he's got his black bolo tie, and he's like, "I got your milk." And he used to bring it by the court, so he would have to come every day.
I know. So your husband's at work all day. You got a lot of time with the milkman.
When was the last time a milkman was around in Asheville? I know some of you people remember.
Yeah.
Like the guy who called said that he was here for 53 years. He's been married for 26. He goes to the bathroom with the door open. I'm sure he remembers a milkman.
I bet he does. Remember the milkman, yes.
I don't, but that's okay. Do you think anyone listening remembers, and I didn't even know this was a thing, they x-rayed your feet when you went to buy shoes at the store? Apparently, you and I could be wrong on this. And again, 828-240-1059 if you know what I'm talking about. So in the 60s, 70s, there was a machine in shoe stores. And when you were a kid, you would put your new shoes and your feet in the same machine so that they knew that they could see how far your feet came up in the shoes. Like they would X-ray you.
Really? I remember that, just feeling the toe, or you had the metal thing that you put your foot in, and it kind of measured it and stuff like that. And then they would just feel your toe to know if your toe fit or not. I never heard of anything like that.
I'm telling you, I did a little bit of research on this. This is an actual thing. It's in a state museum now, but I guess at every shoe store back in the day, had that. Now I remember party lines. Remember, party lines were those lines where you were allowed to talk as much as you want, and you could and it was like a nonstop 3-way phone call.
Okay.
Right? So you'd have 8 people on the phone, because remember you would call and then you would get a busy signal. You didn't have a busy signal at the party. You had a party line.
I didn't have a lot of party line phone. Maybe I didn't know enough people. I remember you could call them, and would it be just random people you'd be on with, the party lines? Or is it people you knew?
Well, you know what? It could be random people. It could be people that you know. It could be just like a little gathering. Because I remember the big thing was you got a phone in your room, so you had your own phone number. Like, did you have your own phone in your bedroom?
Yeah, 312-0156.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I remember it. Yeah, for sure.
999-1118.
Right. So, and I think I probably barely used it. So. Yeah.
You never used your used your phone. We're talking about things that and again, some of these things we remember, some of these things we don't, but this has gone viral here, this X-ray shoe machine thing. 1059 The Mountain, good morning. Hello.
Morning.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. I remember the little slide things you had to put your feet in.
So wait, okay, so explain this to me. You put your shoes on, your potential new shoes, you slide them into a metal thing, and it was like they could see your feet in them?
No, you put your barefoot or your sock foot in it.
Right. It was the metal thing when you went, and they measured your foot, and they just moved it up and down or left to right. You're talking about some contraption,
Are
computer
you talking
contraption.
about an X-ray, or are you talking about the metal foot thing?
The metal foot thing.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Am I crazy? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer, but I mean, they said that this was used up through the 70s. Have you even ever heard of this machine?
The what?
The foot X-ray thingamajig?
Nope.
You're making it up.
I am not.
You're making it up. Yes, you are.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I know. Agreed.
Listen, thank you so much for your call, man. I appreciate. I'm telling you. Look. What
are you watching? The Jetsons?
Listen. 1059 The Mountain, hello.
Hey, I got a funny one for you, kind of with the feet and the X-ray thing. In 2005, I was traveling in Tokyo, Japan, and I was doing everything I could to get through security as quick and easy as possible. No metal, no belts, and I was even wearing flip-flops. I wear a size 14.
Say that again, you were wearing flip-flops?
Correct, because the shoe bomber thing was kind of a deal after 9/11, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They were making people take their shoes off at the airports going through security.
Oh, that's right. So you remember like those like the shoe X-ray thing, but not the ones in the shoe stores.
Correct.
Okay. So you know what? That's something at least. I appreciate your call, my friend. Thank you very much for calling. Go ahead. What do you got? 1059 The Mountain. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah, those shoe X-ray machines. Those were like in the 50s. They had them in. Not every shoe store could afford to have one, but you put your foot in the shoe and they'd X-ray your foot to see the fit.
Okay.
And yes, you can look them up online. You can find them.
So, did you ever see one in person? Like, are you old enough to remember when that was a thing?
No, but I've seen pictures of them, and I've seen articles on that. And they found out the radiation was bad, and they took them all away. But you can find it online.
Now, this went viral, I guess, a picture of this, because people didn't believe it was a thing. But they said they used it up until 1971 in some stores. And I guess what it is so you put your new shoes in there, and then they look to see how far your feet went up?
Yep, that was it. They saw the fit of your foot in the shoe.
That's unbelievable.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for the information. Thanks for calling. Thank you for your patience. See, I told you the shoe thing.
I just put my foot in the shoe, and I feel if it's comfortable or not.
Yeah,
I don't need all that.
But an X-ray shoe machine tells you, because sometimes people, like, if you really want a pair of shoes, but they don't have the right size because you want to be cool, like when the Jordans came out when we were kids, you'd lie. Oh, yeah, they fit when they don't fit. Then your parents spent $100 on shoes.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
But I guess the days of going to get cigarettes, making love to the milkman, and X-raying your feet are long gone, and here we are.
Yeah. Those were the days.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show is always out trying to, they're trying. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show next on 105.9 The Mountain.
Well, not all of us have to fear the Reaper, but Tom Selleck does. Maybe he needs a little more cowbell in his life. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. And what goes around comes around. It's Rizzo and Jeff, and I'm using the word oft to sound smart. We oft talk about Tom Selleck and his reverse mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
scammery.
Sometimes we will delve into his mustache, but The scammery, as you called it, of the reverse mortgage that he goes on TV and he talks so confidently about. Seems to be something that could be falling right in his lap at the moment, huh?
Well, here's the thing. He's no Jeff. He's no Springlemeyer. He's no Morley Safer. Even rest in peace. It's his birthday today, Tim Russert. But, you know, a newscaster nonetheless, Nora O'Donnell, she interviewed Tom Selleck. Said, Selleck, baby, Daddy, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's how she said it.
What are you doing, Daddy?
Yeah.
What are you doing when you're at home, right?
Yeah.
This is what he said.
These days, he spends most of his non-working time on his ranch, and it's not hard to see why.
You know, hopefully I'll keep working enough to hold on to the place.
Seriously, that's an issue? If you stopped
It's
working?
always an issue. If I stop working, yeah. Am I set for life? Yeah, but maybe not on a 63-acre ranch.
So did you hear that? I'll play that one more time. That just what after she said, Daddy, tell me what your living sitch is.
You know, hopefully I'll keep working enough to hold on to the place.
Seriously, that's an issue? If you stopped
It's
working?
always an issue. If I stop working, yeah. Am I set for life? Yeah, but maybe not on a 63-acre ranch.
Oh, wow.
Wow. My, how the tides have turned, Sir Selleck.
Yeah, well, it seems, and a storied career. What has happened? Either you were involved to begin with a reverse mortgage, and it didn't work out in your favor, or you're going to need a reverse mortgage.
Well, you know, I thought about it. I was like, how can we help Thomas Selleck? And I thought to myself, gosh, you know, we could start a GoFundMe, right? We could do that.
Yeah.
We could, you know, maybe try to petition so that he could stay in his home, you know, his, 63-acre winery, 68-acre home.
Yeah.
But then I thought, wait a minute, the answer lies with Tom Selleck himself.
Look, this isn't my first rodeo. And let me tell you something. I wouldn't be here if I thought reverse mortgages took advantage of any American senior.
Okay.
Or worse, that it was some way to take your home.
Oh.
It's just a loan designed for older homeowners, and it's helped over 1 million Americans. A reverse mortgage loan isn't some kind of trick to take your home. It's a loan, like any other. Big difference is how you pay it back. With a reverse mortgage, you can pay whatever you can when it works for you. Or you can wait and pay it off in one lump sum when you leave your home.
When you die.
Look, reverse mortgages aren't for everyone. But I think I've been around long enough to know what's what. I'm proud to be a part of AAG.
Well,
I'll tell you what's what.
Yeah, what's what? Tell him.
They're coming to take your ranch, cowboy.
That's right, cowboy.
Whether you think your prime was the 70s, 80s, or the 90s, at least you had one. The Rizzo and Jeff Show is still waiting for theirs, and the time's flying by. The Rizzo and Jeff Show.
It is 105.9, the Mount Asheville's classic rock. It is that time for the Jeff News Network. The Jeff News Network. What do you got coming up there, my friend?
Yeah, you know, a new trend online, and we talk about these all the time. What about eating lemons whole? That's a trend that's happening. I wonder if anybody does that. Walmart owes you some money, and would you mouth your pig to save them? Mouth to snout, if necessary. One man did that in a video going viral. We're going to talk about that.
Well, this great stuff brought to you by our good friends at Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. You got to visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it's hard to stop a train.
Time for the world famous, never imitated, never duplicated, and barely making it. The JNN Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So I guess these exist. There is a brand called Lemon Snack, a brand of lemon. And I guess you know how they have Chiquita bananas, different kind of bananas, and it's called Lemon Snack. And I guess they're a little less sour, But here's what you do with these lemons, and people are doing this online, and everybody's watching it. It's a big thing on TikTok as well. They're eating it whole. I'm talking about the rinds and all. So you just go in, you forget it. Don't worry about peeling it. We're not peeling nothing, and we are eating lemons, baby. That's what we're up to these days.
So you just go in like you're getting an apple, and you just go...
And that's it.
And you just mouth a lemon?
Yeah, I would assume the rind is just the rind, so that can't be any better, but we're spending time.
I'm sorry, I know you're an old woman, but what's a rind?
Yeah, it's the outside of the lemon.
Would that not be the skin? Or is it not called the skin?
Well, the rinds are a part of it as well, right? I guess that's what they call it, right?
A lemon rind?
The rinds, yes.
Jeff, that has never been used in the history of words.
Yes, it has.
A lemon rind?
Yes.
Okay, well, you know what? First off, I don't believe that. If anyone...
R-I-N-D?
R-I-N-D. You know, while you look that up, here's people eating rinds.
Okay.
I just came home from the grocery store and I found this. It says lemon snack. And if this is not a lemon that you can just snack like a snackable lemon, that's false advertising and I'm suing. This is a snackable lemon. That is so awesome. Wait, I feel like it will be very good to put some salt on here and then some chili powder. I think I have my new favorite fruit.
Okay.
Right.
So, rind and all, she just mouths a lemon and just...
Right.
Takes it.
And that's it. Okay, I guess. It's got to be a lot of acid and stuff on the tummy.
That's
yeah.
Listen, I got to imagine that makes a rumbly tumbly.
Yeah,
I got to imagine that probably hurts. I got to imagine it's sour. I got to imagine, God forbid, it squeezes in your eye.
It's got to
what if
burn
you're
on the way
driving?
down. Yeah.
You know, and you get a little squirt, you know, and then it's like... And then you crash.
Yeah, nobody will think you're
dangerous.
a freak eating whole lemons, you weirdo.
The most trusted source for useless information.
Who is your source? I need to know your source.
The JNN Jeff News Network is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
So, Walmart has been accused. A class action lawsuit is filed against them for overcharging for certain items. And you will have until June 5th to go online and seek this out and get yourself a payment. Now, without a receipt to get all of your money back, you get between $10 and $25. Okay. You say, hey, I went to Walmart, bought some stuff, get yourself maybe $25. The maximum,
I could use that.
Right, the maximum amount that they'll pay each customer if you have all the information. Say you went shopping and did it is $500. So,
whoa!
So you're gonna have to look it up with some of the stuff that you did purchase, right? So they have eligible items that you can kind of go through and see if you made those purchases. So if you're somebody that holds on to the receipts from Walmart and buying certain,
Who holds
products.
the receipts, Jeff?
I know.
I mean, what are some of the things? Is it like anything you bought at Walmart? Because like can I make a claim?
Yeah, you could probably. Now, is it appropriate for you to do so? Here's the thing.
I bought a TV there.
Well, no. We're talking foods and stuff. So if you're buying, certain kinds of foods, fruit,
I bought
meats,
iced coffee,
right, okay.
and it was like $7.48. I was like, what kind of deal is this?
I know that's not a deal. So, it's they even for things like bags, fruits like oranges, grapefruits, tangerines, things of that nature that were sold in bulk or in like the bags. So if you bought, it's the weighted goods is what they're calling them. So like, a bag of potatoes, if meats, poultry, pork, seafood, things of that nature, those are the things if you bought those, which I'm sure a lot of people have from Walmart, you can get some of your money back.
So, and how do you do this? You go online, say...
You Google the Walmart. I think it's based through your boy Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Yeah, for the people, for the Morgans.
Yeah, for the Morgan for sure.
Yeah.
So you can check out his website as well for all those details, okay?
Oh, thanks for the dates.
Yeah.
It's time for the...
Are you Googling?
No, it's not really.
I am. I'm trying to see if I get it.
This is the news. The Jeff News Network, a wealth of useful and mostly useless information.
Let me ask you, would you revive an unresponsive pig? Would you give mouth-to-mouth CPR to a pig, or do you let the pig go down? You got to decide. You're in a moment.
Okay, give me. How long have I been with this pig?
You just purchased the pig.
Just purchased the pig. Is it like as a pet or as dinner?
Well, maybe just on the farm, things of that nature.
Bring the farm?
Yeah.
Is it a breeding pig?
Breeding pig.
Breeding pig. All right, so breeding pig. Yeah, I'll kiss it.
Okay, you're going to bring it back to life.
Yeah, I'll kiss it. I'll tell you why I'll kiss it. You know why? Because that will elicit me many more pigs if I have a breeding pig.
Yeah.
If I don't have a breeding pig, I don't need it.
Well, a man did that, and it was something that went viral today.
Tried to find the audio, by the way, guys, and we play a lot of audio on the show. You can't find this video anywhere, even though it says video everywhere, shocking, and then you can't find it.
Well, it was two breeding pigs, and one of them passed out in the back of the car and did not make it. So the owner actually took the pig, carried it to the side of the road, and tried to revive it through a little bit of CPR. So despite the efforts, and as it reads right here, the pig didn't make it.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's bacon?
Oink, oink.
The Rizzo and Jeff Show. It's like watching a car drive down the wrong side of the road. You can't look away. The Rizzo and Jeff Show. We'll be right back.
I haven't seen Emmy Springelmeyer run like that in my life. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's classic rock. You got Rizzo and Jeff. Just a quick reminder, 828 News Now, always local, always free. Download their new app or check them out, 828newsnow.com. He ran down here. He had his press badge on. He had his notebook in his hand. He had his vest on, ready to investigate. What happened over there? What did he say to you?
Well, listen, if for anybody out there listening that wants to make rob something, petty theft from a store.
Yep.
Because that's what happened at a grocery store on Tunnel Road. And when you make that thievery, on your way out as you're trying to get away because you're confronted, do not, and this is a do not, pick up the American flag and bop the person that works there over the head with the American flag. Do not desecrate the American flag just to get away with a natty daddy.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, I'll buy you the natty daddy. Seriously, like I'll just buy it for you. I'm not big into the desecrating of the flag. Do you think it was because again, my brother is active duty. I have family that is obviously in the military. I think that's totally disrespectful. But do you think he thought bopping him on the head, Rizzo and Jeff, so he jogged down here? Is that what this was about?
Yeah,
bopping him on the head,
I think,
like Peter. What's that thing? Little bunny foo foo. Did he think we were little bunny foo foo?
Yeah, I don't know where you're heading there. But
you know what I mean, little bunny foo foo. I don't want to see you scooping up the field mice, bopping him on the head.
All right. Well, don't use the American flag as a weapon, okay?
It's time for things that didn't make the show.
Yeah, is it?
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, so moving on from Little Bunny Foo Foo, Nicolas Cage will play Jesus' dad in a horror movie. No, not God. Okay, but Nicolas Cage's dad in The Carpenter's Son, he will play, alongside Mary, Noah Hoope from A Quiet Place, will play Jesus. Nicolas Cage, he is Joseph. It's kind of a big role. This is molded after the infancy gospel of Thomas, which intern Jacob would know all about. I don't know much about the infancy gospel of Thomas. Only thing I do know is that Nicolas Cage playing Jesus' pops. I don't know if this is a good thing or not. What's your initial reaction?
Does anybody care that much what Cage is doing? And if he does it, will it get some notice? I don't know.
Well, it's getting talked about,
okay,
right?
Well,
it's working, right?
That's a hefty role, but you got to remember, if he pulls off said hefty role, then there you go.
So then has he moved into religious acting?
I don't think so.
You don't pull off Jesus Christo's Papa and then go back to making Matchstick Men.
I think the well was dry for Cage.
Okay.
They offered something. I could have gave him a script about being a foot sniffer, and he would have taken the job. Okay.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Here's the deal. I know he's dead. All right? He's dead.
It's Richard. Happy May 6th, 2024. Thank you so much for reading my messages. Roses are red, violets are blue. Do you know how much I love you? Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.
No video, no nothing.
See,
it's all AI.
It's not.
He hasn't posted anything on his YouTube page for 10 years.
And that's it. He's been the biggest troll lately. That's why I'm telling you that is Richard.
Come on,
that
dude.
is Richard. You're of the belief
He's dead.
That it's artificial intelligence.
I think he's dead.
Stop! Don't put him in the dirt. Don't give him the
telling
dirt
you,
nap.
he's been in the. Teresa's put him in the ground 5 years ago. You want to know the last video posted to his YouTube account before the invisible Richard?
Sure.
Now.
So what style do you want?
So, that's Richard. That's real Richard. Now, you want to tell me that's Richard Simmons singing about doing a hairdo. I'm with you on that. But don't sit there and tell me, listen, don't peel my leg and tell me it's raining. Richard Simmons isn't with us anymore. It is what it is.
God, that's the Richard I need in my life.
Yeah, me too. We all need him.
Don't knock it till you try it.
More Rizzo and Jeff coming up after a quick break on Asheville's classic rock station, 105.9 The Mountain.